Master Sass, Iron and Stone. They followed the tracks through the night. Irene eventually started carrying a tired Wu on her back as it got later and later. She was determined to find the others. Hey, Irene, maybe we should stop and rest for a couple hours, Cole said. No, we have to keep going, Irene replied. Look, Wu's already fallen asleep on your back. I'm tired, and I know you won't admit it, but you're tired too. It's time to stop, Cole said. We're too exposed. Who knows what's out there, and we have to keep moving because we don't know where Kai, Zane, and Jay are being taken, and we don't know how much of a head start they got, Irene argued. Cole stood in front of her. I can use my elemental powers to make shelter, and they'll still leave tracks we can follow. Look at Wu. He's sleeping. You're exhausted from carrying him. You're pushing yourself. It's time to take a break, he said. Then you stay here with Wu and rest while I follow the tracks, Irene said, handing Wu to him. Irene, you're my friend. If you have to fight, you're not going to be able to do so if you're worn out. Now sit down, Cole said sternly. Irene was stunned. Cole had never spoken to her like that before. He was serious. She sat down without a word. I didn't scare you, did I? Cole asked softly. Irene shook her head. No, just startled. You're right. I am tired, and I won't be good in a fight if I keep going right now. Cole handed Wu to her and raised up some rock walls around them, the space big enough for all three of them to stretch out comfortably. Wu was curled up against the corner. Cole and Irene both leaned against the wall. Just a couple hours, okay? Irene said. Sure, Cole agreed. And don't try to trick me. I know when you lie, Irene reminded him. I know. Have I ever lied to you? I'll wake you when I wake up, Cole said. Irene yawned. You better, she said, leaning on his shoulder and closing her eyes. Cole felt his face get warm. It's just Irene. This isn't weird. We're just friends, he told himself. He couldn't help yawning, and he closed his eyes, resting his cheek against the top of her head. If your snoring wakes Wu, you're sleeping outside, Irene mumbled sleepily. Cole smiled a little. Hey, wake up. We have to find our friends, Wu said, shaking Cole awake. He groaned. Ugh, okay, I'm up. Irene, time to get moving, Cole said, giving her a shake. She yawned. What time is it? Sun's up. Hurry, Wu urged. What? We slept that long? Why didn't you wake me, Cole? Irene whined, crawling out of the rock shelter. How could I? I was asleep, Cole pointed out, following her. Wu started following the tracks again. Cole and Irene followed. They came upon a rundown settlement. They took our friends there, Wu said confidently, crouching on a ledge. Those people are just like the ones we saw in those pictures we found yesterday, Irene whispered. The settlement was populated with people who had dark hair, red eyes, and pale skin with claw-like markings on their faces. They had a number of captive dragons around, like they used their elemental powers to keep their society going. Dragon hunters, Cole whispered. I see Kai and Zane and Jay, Irene said, pointing to them. Cole cupped his hands around his eye as if he were looking through a telescope. They're headed towards that arena, but I don't think they're going to see a show, he said. Then we have to go in there and break them out. Come on, Wu said, jumping down. Cole grabbed his shirt and pulled him back. Are you crazy? This place is crawling with hunters and getting caught isn't on my to-do list, he said. We're going to have to wait it out. Never put off until tomorrow what can be done today, Wu declared. Cole looked shocked. Did you just use my words against me? He asked. They were my words first. You just borrowed them, Wu pointed out. Irene snickered, then became serious. We're not putting anything off. We have to come up with a plan. We can't just take them all by ourselves, she pointed out. Wu pulled an actual telescope from his pocket. Since when did you have that? Cole asked. I borrowed it earlier, like how you borrowed my wisdom, Wu replied. Cole gave Irene a look. Your sass is rubbing off on him, he said. Irene shrugged. It's said that you become like the people you spend lots of time with. So of course Wu is a little sarcastic, she said. There, Wu said, pointing to a clothesline. We can use that. We can use disguises. I don't know. Disguises haven't worked out so good for me in the past, Cole said hesitantly. Wu was already going. Master Wu, get back here! Wu! Cole hissed. Irene, what are you doing? Following him, Irene said, nodding at Wu. Cole sighed and went after them. They pulled some clothes off the line and managed to paint their faces to look more like the hunters. Cole put on a fake mustache, and Irene stuck an eye patch over her blue eye. They started to sneak toward the arena. Most of the hunters were already there, so it wasn't hard. They entered the arena and saw their friends in the arena. Look, there they are, Wu said. But we're in the cheap seats. If we're going to help them, we have to get closer, Cole said. Come on. He started down the steps, but bumped into someone. I don't recognize you, the hunter said, turning around. And I don't recognize you, Cole said quickly. Ha ha! Everyone knows I am Scar the Skullbreaker. Now, who are you? The hunter said. We're new to camp. I'm Rocky Dangerbuff. This is my wife Freya and my son Dangerbuff Jr., Cole replied. Ah, from the Dangerbuff clan. Ha! I know Stalwart Dangerbuff. I bet he'd like to see you. Let me fetch him, Scar said, turning around. Cole, Wu, and Irene took the opportunity to run before he turned around again. You're right. Bad at disguises, Wu said. I didn't hear either of you speaking up, Cole said. A master knows when to keep his mouth shut, Wu said. And I just followed the master's example, Irene added. The gates were open, and a large earth dragon was released into the arena. He looked angry. They made it down to the front row. Zane! Cole called. Cole! Irene! Master Wu! You're here, Zane said. We've come to help, Irene said. Then you should leave, Zane said. Wait, what? We're trying to save you, Cole exclaimed. Master Wu is a descendant of the first Benjitsu master. He's part Oni. His mere presence is only making things worse, Zane explained. Kai was playing dead next to the wall, and the dragon was sniffing at him. Irene could see his lips moving. Help me. We should go, Cole said, steering Wu and Irene towards the exit. Maybe not. I want to help, Wu said, running to a length of chain and dropping it into the arena. Now we go, he said. Ha! At least now they have something to work with, Cole said as they left. Irene noticed that Cole wasn't looking at her. Are you feeling okay? The disguise thing shake you up? She asked. I'm okay. It was just kind of awkward. I guess I panicked talking to the guy, Cole said, rubbing the back of his neck. Irene laughed. Not gonna lie, it was pretty awkward, but that's probably the only cover story that makes sense for the three of us, so it's okay. At least you panicked in the right direction, she assured. I don't mind being your pretend wife, if that's what you're worried about. Yeah, that was it. That's all. Glad you don't mind, Cole said with a forced smile. He's been acting weird lately, ever since Lloyd brought us all back together to investigate the Sons of Garmadon. But he doesn't want to say anything. What's going on with Cole? Is it because of recent events, or is it something else? We should get our story straight, if anyone asks. And we should also get accustomed to our surroundings, try to blend in with the hunters, and figure out how to save our friends. After that, we can start looking for a way back to Ninjago, Irene declared. She knelt and started drawing a diagram in the sand, explaining some of the finer details. Wu and Cole listened intently.